Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. A lot of people get into photography with a small camera, pocket camera, a high-end pocket camera perhaps, maybe with a really good lens, like maybe the Panasonic LX100, which is actually what one of our viewers has written in with a question about. Because a lot of people, when they get in with that kind of camera, then eventually they want to step up into a DSLR, and that's what our viewer here wants to do. So our viewer is Marcus Looker. That's the YouTube username. He says, "Hi, I have had a Panasonic Lumix DMC LX100 camera. I have which I've been using for over a year, and now I would like to get into the DSLR world. I mostly capture 1. Kids' portraits, sometimes under poor light. 2. Kids fast-moving playing naturally. And 3. Occasional sports. The distance to cover is approximately 100 meters away from the player. And 4. During holidays, I've thought... so 4 is just during holidays. I have thought about the D5600, the Nikon D5600, or the D7200, and a lens to choose from, the DX18-200 versus the DX18-300. I'm happy to invest $2,000 from my savings at the moment. Please share your experience and comments to help me buy the right one that fits my needs. Thanks." Okay, so you gave us some feedback. And first of all, thanks very much for your question. But you gave us some feedback about what you shoot. Kids, portraits, kids in fast moving and playing naturally, occasional sports, and holidays. It kind of sounds like photography, but you didn't really specify if you're more into photos or more into video. And to me, that makes a huge difference in your two choices of cameras here, the 5600 or the 7200. The reason being is that if you are heavily or even halfway into video, I would go with the 5600 because it's a better video camera simply because of the movable vari-angle screen. That is huge. It has the same autofocus system, same sensor, good quality, all of that. But if I'm doing a lot of video, I want the 5600. Actually, I want the 5500. I'll get into that in a minute. And then the 7200, if I'm shooting primarily photos, that's the one I want because it's more of a pro body. It's got the extra dials on it, and it's just a better body. It also drives older lenses, like pre-AFS lenses. So it's a better body for photography all around. It's probably the best value in the Nikon camera system to get into a camera body with most, if not close to all, of the pro features at a very, very good price point with the DX body. So, to my point about the 5500, what I'm talking about that is the 5600 was not much of an upgrade. It had SnapBridge or whatever. I think there wasn't really much to talk about. I'm thinking maybe I'm not remembering something, but no, I think there really wasn't much to talk about. It was kind of a refresh. It was disappointing to me. I remember thinking that why bring out a new body just for that? In any case, because of that, you can get the 5500, which is 99.9% of the goodness of the 5600, for a much better price, especially for refurbed with lenses. So that's the route I would go there. Instead of the 5600, I would buy the 5500 because it's a much better value right now. That's if you're shooting a lot of video and photos. The 5500 is very good for photos too. If I'm all photos, I want the 7200. The only time or the only situation where I wouldn't want the 7200 for all photos is if it was solely travel and backpacking in a situation where I really, really, really needed the lighter of the two cameras and the smaller of the two cameras, in which case I would go back to the 5500 there. So that's my take on it. That's what I would do. What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know which way you would go, 5600 or 5500, 7200. Which way would you go? Why? Let's help out Marcus. Thanks for your question, Marcus. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.